Hello, everybody. It's Pete Cossaboon, the Angel Encourager. I'm hoping everyone's doing. Hey, Mathena, how you doing tonight? Hey, Taylor Grace, how you doing today? Hey, hi. Oh my goodness, everybody's joining. I'm so excited. Hello, everybody. Hey, how's my friend Mathena doing tonight? Hey, Stephanie. Hello. Hi, hi, hi. I'm knowing everybody's doing fantastic today. I've had a really wonderful day creating some cool stuff, and I'm so excited about everything that's going on. Hi, hi, everybody. Oh, hello. Oh, from England. How amazing. Hi, oh, Purple Heart, One Man Army. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? And Jamaica, I hope I said that right. I'm knowing everybody's doing well tonight. I'm doing well. I'm Pete Cospoon. I'm the Angel Encourager. I'm an angel intuitive medium. Uh, oh, cool. That's right, Matheny. You need to, because we're gonna do some cool stuff together. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, so many neat, cool things are coming together. So many great collaborations. And Austin Martin is here. Hi, Pink Drink Cal and Pony Boy. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, everybody's coming and joining me tonight. Hey, how you doing, darling? Spiritualism? It absolutely is. Yes, I'm very spiritual. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about is what can we ask the angels for? Now, I'm an angel intuitive medium. Hi, darling. How you doing? Um, so what can we ask the angels for? Because people have this concept of, what do we pray for? What is okay to pray for? With the angels, they want us to really involve them. Cool. I'm so glad you joined us. They want us to involve them. Oh, hey, from Canada. How amazing. They want us to involve them in every part of our lives. They want to be along with us with every step. A bit of a rough night, big decision to make. Well, let's help you with that, Stephanie. After I talk a little bit, Stephanie, let's get back and we're going to totally help that with you. Uh, oh, thank you, Mathena. And healing, we'll work on that too, darling. So help me remember. So we got. I'm running notes. We want to help somebody heal daughter, and we also had somebody and Stephanie wanted to work on a big decision. Big decision. I'm writing this down because y'all know I'm like an etch a sketch. So I'm writing these things down. Okay, so anyway, so what can we ask the angels for? The angels want us to include them in every step along the way. They want us to be, they want us to think of them all the time. They want us to, Los Angeles angels, it's really the archangels. That's who I deal with. My husband, job prospects, so worried. Jojo, okay, so I'm writing this down. Husband, job prospects. We're going to work on that too. Because we're not going to leave you in that spot. We're going to totally, because now is the time of martyrdom is over. The time for proclaiming, stepping out of victimhood, and being victorious is now. Now is the time. With the new paradigm that we're in, that is totally who we are. We are on the very edge of expansion. Hi, I'm the witch. How are you doing tonight? Why do we ask? Shouldn't we just ask God? Well, what about unicorns? Well, hey, I'm gay, so I love unicorns. Okay, y'all asking me. Oh, wow. You're asking me all kinds of different questions. So, and I'm trying to, I'm shiny squirrel moment. So, for a lot of people, the concept of God is really kind of tough because God is seen as sort of this male sort of figure, and so many people have had a really bad experience with male dominant power that it's hard for them to actually work with God, the concept of God. So what the angels are the messengers of God. They're sort of like, between us and God, helping to take our messages to God and helping God to bring his messages back to us. So it's not about taking God out of the equation. It's simply about the angels being our helpers, our guiders, that kind of come in between, and they can be more of a closer personality, I guess I would say. Because for so many people, the idea of God, well, there's no male or female to. Hey, Bronwyn, how you doing? There's no male or female to angels. They're sexless. A lot of times we kind of assign roles, and you'll hear me say him or her, and that's simply because of the way that I conceive of the angel. But that doesn't do. We can do something angels can't do. Well, absolutely. That's why we're totally necessary. And the angels absolutely know that we rock. I mean, the angels are there to bring us guidance, to create our paths for us. But we're the ones that actually step forward. Y'all are still asking me so many questions. Y'all are really kind of getting me off track. I'm so sorry. I'm so shiny at the squirrel moment. So I'm trying to keep on track right here. So let's go back to what can we ask angels for? We can ask angels for absolutely anything. We can be, do, or have anything. Breathe. Thank you, Athena. I love it. So I'll take a breather moment. Okay, so the idea is, or the actuality of it is, we are all energy. Everything is energy. So if you think of it that way, it takes as much energy to create a button as it does a castle. So to the angels, there is no concept of big or small. We are the ones that give things meanings. We're the ones that think that this is large and this is tiny and this is easy and this is hard. To the angels, it's all the same because it's all energy. So anything that we call forth just has to have the right energy frequency. And that's another cool thing to think about, is that each one of us has our own special energy signature. And this is totally, you can read physics and you can find this out. I mean, it's so interesting how the new sciences are actually so aligning with what mysticism has been saying for years. It's really wonderful. So the concept to realize with each of us having our own energy signature is that each one of us is so necessary for the entire existence of the universe. If you were to pluck out one string of energy out of the universe, the entire thing would just implode upon itself. So what that should do for you is to let you know how important your particular energy signature is. Every single one of you is necessary for the daily or the moment-to-moment functioning of the universe. You have to be there because energy never goes away. Energy is never destroyed. It's simply changed into a new form. So just kind of keep that in mind. I want you to know how necessary you are, because so many times we feel unnecessary, like we're not really doing anything. Just you being is helping everything to actually stay and stick together. So what can we ask the angels for? We can ask them for really anything that we want. We can ask them for guidance in every moment. We can ask them for healing. We can ask them for abundance. We can ask them to help us find things. We can help them ask them to help us with relationships. We can ask them to help us with memory problems. We can ask them really for anything in every moment. What do I ask angels for? I ask them for just the most simplest things. If I can't find my keys, if I need a new parking space, or find a good parking space, to pick out the right thing at the store. If I'm going into a store looking for a particular thing, to help find it, whatever it is, for the right person to call, or for me to know who to call, or even to find out, who needs my help in a certain situation. The more you involve angels and spiritual energies in every day of your walk, the more connected you get, and the more knowings and the more understandings that you're going to have, in your everyday walk. So it's about that. It's about connecting with them. You want to know if they're big fairies too, though. Fairy energy is a different energy. Fairy energy is part of what is known as the elementals. And the fairies are really here. They're here for always your guardian angel with you. Absolutely. You usually have two. I think that's a whole other subject. So with fairy energy, I'm not looking at the screen because I'm trying to answer one question at a time. They're known as the elementals. They're taken care of by Archangel Ariel, who takes care of the nature and the natural resources like the woods and the metals and the lands and the waters and that type of thing. She takes care of the animal kingdoms, which is both the domesticated and wild animals, and she takes care of the elementals, which part of that is the fairies. So the fairies, their kind of role, they have kind of a dual role. One of their roles, they're very mischievous, so they will take things and from you, like they might hide your car keys if you're like in too big of a hurry trying to get somewhere. They try to kind of teach you or train you or show you, that life should just be easier and you should take more ease. The other thing they do, they take care of just kind of like they'll put the dew on the grass, and they'll put the whenever like in the wintertime, if I'll see like ice on like a leaf or something like that, I know that the fairies have orchestrated that. So they're very much take care of the natural world, and they bring the delight and the wonder into the natural world. I've only seen a fairy one time. It was kind of unusual. I was alone in my office one night and happened to see something out of the corner of my eye and turned, and there was this little being about 3 feet from me. It was quite interesting. So but anyway, so we've had quite a lot of people that have actually come up with some different things they want to take care of, and I am so here to be of service and to help everybody. I kind of want to shout out for myself. I am the Angel Encourager on Facebook. So if you go to the Angel Encourager, I would love for you to sign up for my free newsletter. You can also ask me any questions on there. There's quite a few of my fans here that this is something to ponder, or they aren't needed. I've had quite a few people, from here, and they can actually testify that I have, contacted them right back and helped people with different things. And so she's having, okay, I saw a fairy. So and I sometimes see angel energies. So I've and it's just as you get more in tune to those things. Somebody's asking what the fairy looked like. It was a very sort of opaque, and it actually had like little wings, and it was probably about that tall. I don't know if you can see how tall I'm holding my fingers. I guess that would be about maybe 1.5 inches tall. Yeah, and it was very opaque, so it was hard to really pick anything out, but that's exactly what it looked like. So it was very fascinating. So Stephanie, let's see. You said that you had a big feathers are absolutely a sign of the angels. I love that. I love so much that you see feathers. That's amazing. Stephanie, you said that you had a big decision coming forth. That we can talk about. The number 4. So I don't deal too much with numbers, but I do know the number 4 is part of the movement number. And the great thing is when you see a number in repeated rows, that means it's like to the second or third degree, or whatever. So if you see 444, that's like really to the nth degree. It's a move, because number 3 is the beginning, the middle, and the end. And so it's almost kind of like a stepping stone, and then number 4 is another movement. You're moving to the next space. So that's the way I see the number 4s. That's just my personal interpretation. Stephanie, did you want me to perhaps do a card pull for you? You always see 111. 1 is the the number of beginning. So that's totally cool. Aw, hey Donovan, you need to go night night. Get you some good sleep. See, so Stephanie, are you still with us, darling? And did you want to want us to help you with a big decision? She's still there? All right, so what other decision I have to make tomorrow? Okay, so is it okay if I do a card reading for you, Stephanie? I'm getting that you'll be okay with that. Oh, you feel at peace listening to me speak? That's so sweet. I love that. And I do. I mean, I always express at the end, but I'll definitely express right now that I call myself the water slide of love. The love from the angels just comes right out to me, right out to you, and I'm hoping that you, and people tell me that they feel it, and I think that's wonderful. So, and I get to hang on to a little bit as it goes through, so it's quite fabulous for me. So thank you so much for saying. Oh, you lost connection. For me, the number 1 is the number of beginning. So whenever you have a repeated number, it just means it's to the second or third degree. So since you're saying 111 like in repeat like that, it's so much about it's the beginning of something for you, which is really really exciting. It's like the birth or the fertility of something new that's coming up, and I would love to hear about what that is for you. I'm having to kind of stay focused on what I'm doing. This is for Stephanie right now. She has a big decision to make. I'm feeling a 4-card pull for you, Stephanie. I don't know what this decision is about, but we'll just kind of see what we got here. Okay, darling? I still think that's so funny you told me to breathe earlier. Mathena's a little bit of my rock here. Oh, it's funny. That's so funny. Interesting. The reason I'm laughing is because the first card was the breathe card. So Stephanie, for you as well as for me, right now it's really important just to learn how to take that breath. It's so much of getting out of that parasympathetic system into the sympathetic system. What I mean by that is you're getting out of that fight or flight system, and you're getting more into that calm and that ease. Because when you're in calm and ease, that's when you have that spiritual connection. It's when you have that clarity. When you step into joy, is when you have true clarity. But when you're in that, in that monkey mind, and you're all worried about it's all up to me, it's all up to my effort, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. That's when you can no longer make those true, clear decisions, or you're not getting that true. My gems just fell over here. That's when you're not getting that true inspiration. The inspired action is not coming to you from all that is. So much number 1 about you. Just breathing and relaxing and coming back into that space where you can receive divine inspiration, okay? The second one is the teaching and learning card. So this is so much about you taking this experience and realizing that not only are you going to be learning in it, but you're also going to be teaching in it. And I'm not sure what kind of situation this is, but I want you to be able to take this situation, whatever it is, and I want you to think about it for the common good of not only yourself but others. You know, so many times when we go through, oh, hi from Puerto Rico, so much it's about, you know, taking the situations that you have in life and realizing that you can change them from challenges to opportunities, and it can be an opportunity for not only your growth, but it can be an opportunity for others' growth as well. So that's so exciting. The next one is the Beloved One card from Archangel Shamuel. So it's so much about you knowing that you are wrapped in love right now, and you are actually being sent, you know, help as far as like finding the right soulmate relationships. And when I mean that, it can be either business, it can be with, you know, a romantic relationship, it can be with friendship. It's about the angels right now are sending you the right people that you need in your life right now to help you with whatever that situation is. And it's so important for you to learn about your body, mind, spirit system. And when I say that, for you to learn the different symbols and signs that your body is giving you, because we have these wonderful mechanisms that have been built for us by all that is God, you know, Allah, whoever you think of, you know, the universe, you know, all, spirit, whoever you think of as that has divinely designed us. We're designed in such a way to where our bodies will let us know different things. The way I express it for me is that I know if my ego is challenged, I get a pain right here. If I know that spirit is telling me that something isn't right, I get a pain in my gut. And when I know a spirit excited about something, I get these like shivers, or almost, I call it my shoulders are on fire. So it's about learning, and it's going to be different for every person. It's about learning in your body what your body is telling you about these different decisions. So what I'm saying about as far as like perfect soulmate relationships, whether it's in business, friendship, or romantic, not to be looking at their portfolio, you know, or, you know, does society say that this is the right one, but do you get that feeling that this is the right person? You know, because it's not about, you know, say you're dating somebody, it's not about the highest candidate as far as does he have the right money and the right job, but it's, do I get the right feeling from this person? Because, you know, we all know people that have had, you know, the right thing, and it turned out to just really not be a right mix for us at that time. So it's so much about you just, you know, getting into that spirit, into that system and that flow, and picking the people that you surround yourself with by the feeling, by the inspiration, by the gut feeling that you get from them. The last one is the gentleness card right there. So this is so much about you just being gentle with yourself, taking care of yourself. Archangel Sandalphon is also with that card. He's called the ear of God because he's one of the tallest. So he takes what we say and he presents it to God, and then he brings back down those messages back to us. So it's so much about you being gentle with yourself and being gentle with those that are involved in the situation that it is, and knowing that the right inspiration is going to come to you. Like I always say, I want you to step into joy, I want you to take inspired action, and I want you to walk in faith. And that's where it's really going to really work for you. Oh, it's the first time and you're really enjoying it. Oh, I love it. I love it. So Stephanie, was that helpful to you, darling? Hope it was while I'm putting my cards up. And I have this little routine I go through. The angels kind of just show me where the cards need to go back into. Stephanie, you still there with us? Seems a little spooky. Why is it spooky, darling? This is all coming from love. Still a bit unsure. Well, Stephanie, do you want us to hold an intention circle for you? We can absolutely do that tonight. I will say to you, Stephanie, that you do know what to do. It's about you stepping into that joy. It's about you it's about you knowing that it's not all up to you. It's about you taking that pressure off of yourself, knowing that it's about, you know, having that spiritual connection and just taking that inspired action. It's not about your effort or you're pushing it in this place. It's about you just knowing that all is well. So anybody that will, you know, the Bible says if two or more come together with the same knowing, the same expectation, the same belief, and call something forward, it will be so. And that's what I like to do. I like to call forth. So anybody that will join hands with me right now. Thank you. I feel many hands in my hand right now. So for Stephanie, we're calling forth for her to be able to step into that joy, for her to be able to get that clarity, for her to be able to get that divine inspiration, to know the highest path for herself and all that are involved in the situation, so that she will truly know what to do. We ask that she's able to step out of thinking that it's all about her effort. It's about just her allowing the flow, knowing that with divine guidance, she's going to have the path laid out before her that takes her to the perfect place as she stays in joy and walks in faith. And so it is, and it is done. All right, Stephanie, I hope that helped. I absolutely hope that helped. Amazing. So let's see here. We had someone that wanted us to help her heal her daughter. Is that lady still here? Somebody that, good. I'm glad it helped you, Stephanie. So much about you. You know, I think right now you're really seeking those specific answers, and that's still putting it in the frame of mind where you think it's like up to you. It's up to your effort. It's up to your pushed. It's up to you. Healing my daughter from 3 years of memory and pain issues. All right. So let's just. Let's call forth Archangel Raphael. He's the Archangel of Healing. Usually I have to have the person's permission, but since she's your daughter, I'm going to take that as giving me permission to actually work with her. I see Archangel Raphael as sort of this green, his energy is like this green mist. I'm seeing her surrounded in this green mist of healing. I'm asking everyone that's here with me to concentrate on that as well, because it's all about the combined energy. I'm imagining pure love coming up through her feet, pushing up through her whole body, up through her legs, up her hips, up her torso, up her chest, up to her throat, up and out the top of her crown chakra. Now she's completely enveloped in love. And if anyone will hold their hands with me right now, we'll create an intention circle for this lady's daughter. We know that as we come forth, 2 or more, with the same knowing, the same expectation, and call it forth, it will be. So we ask for perfect angelic healing in whatever mode that is, for the right situation, for her to find the right doctors if that's needed, or the right medicine, or to find the right frame of mind, the right belief, and for her to have complete and total perfect angelic healing in perfect angelic timing, and for her to be able to step into that and know it. And so it is, and it is done. So the 3 things that Jesus would say when he healed somebody. Number 1, the person had to want to be healed. And then he would tell them to, fully step into that. And then the last thing he would tell them is that you don't go home and you don't tell people about the healing, because what will happen, is when you have that belief system that you've had that healing, and then you go tell somebody that doesn't believe that you can have that kind of healing, it throws you right out of that mind frame. So what I want you to say what I want for you and your daughter is for you to proclaim that healing has come to you from God's spirit, all that is, the angels, however you connect, it's however it is for you. I'm interdenominational. There's not one particular that I follow or anything like that. I simply work through the angels, to all that is, or God, or the universe. That's the way that I work. And yes, absolutely claim it and know it is done, because now we've asked, and that's the whole thing about prayer, is that once you've asked for it, you've asked. It's kind of like when you order at a restaurant. You only order one time, and then you know that your meal is coming to you. It's the same with prayer. You've asked, and we have asked for complete and perfect angelic healing for your daughter. Now it's about you proclaiming it. And that's the walk in faith. And what is faith? Faith is knowing without seeing. Faith is knowing something is so, expecting and believing something is so, no matter what the circumstances around you are. And that is what I want you to do with your daughters, to walk into that. So if you'll let me know if that helps, I so hope. I'm sure, I'm knowing actually that it's helping, and that it's calling forth perfect angelic health. And what do I mean by perfect angelic health? That means whatever the perfect health is for her at this state. There's no judgment on what that means or anything like that. It's just so much about in perfect angelic timing. Oh, you're so sweet. I just love y'all. And then there was a lady about her husband with job prospects. Oh, thank you so much. And yes, if you will contact me on the Angel Encourager at Facebook, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear about what happens, and if there's any other help that we can do or work with on you. Absolutely, I'm here. That's what you just do not know how wonderful it is for me to connect with Spirit for others, and because I get your combined energy. I so feel it. I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my chest right now because I'm feeling a lot of love really coming to me, and I really, really, you don't know how much I appreciate that. And so please do contact me on the Angel Encourager on Facebook.com. Let me know what you're going through, and let me know what I can help. You can feel it all the way here in England. I love it. That's so exciting. I've got so many dear, dear friends now in England. It's so amazing with the new internet how, yes, I do. Mathena knows. Mathena knows, yes. And asking for more compassion in the world. We can absolutely do that, my darling. So there was a lady, though, that wanted to ask about her husband's job prospects. Is that lady still with us? I hope she might be. Y'all are so dear and sweet to me. You don't even know. I really appreciate you all. Was it you? I don't have my readers on. Joey, Joe. Is that right? It was. She's enjoying this. Oh, cool. Well, we will ask for you to. Okay, so there's people with different hobbies. So let's just call forth another. We'll just call forth another intention circle for it. How's that sound? All right. So anyone that will join hands with me, and if I react, it's because I'm feeling you actually energetically taking hands with me. We know that as we call forth, two or more come together with the same knowing, the same belief. We call something forth, and it is so. So we ask for, there are a couple people that ask for job prospects for their husbands. We're asking for the perfect angelic career, the perfect angelic situation to come forth for these men and any women here. The perfect job situation to come forth. And the perfect timing for the perfect abundance. Actually, Archangel Uriel is coming forth. He's the Archangel of Business. He helps us to take ideas or things that have been, or helps us to take challenges and turn them around into opportunities, gives us new ways to think about it. He's also the energy archangel. He's the brother to Archangel Ariel, who deals with the natural world. Archangel Uriel deals with the energies of the world, such as like wind, thunder, geysers, water movement, that type of thing. And he can so send us energy as well. Now I'm feeling to do a general 4-card pool. Somebody's really squeezing my hand right now. Okay, so we have called forth perfect angelic job, perfect angelic career, perfect angelic abundance for everybody here in the room that needs it. And so it is, and it is done. All right. So I want to do a 4-card pool for anybody here in the room that's dealing with a job situation. This is going to be kind of a general card pool. I don't even know how this is going to, because I've never actually done a card pool for more than one person at a time. So this is going to be really fun. I'm really quite excited. That's what I feel like doing tonight. So I take my inspiration and I just follow it. That's what Pete does, as you'll find out. So let's do that. Let's see what we have. And I will tell you that right now I'm working on some really amazing programs. I'm so excited to get them out there. If you would like to connect with me on Facebook at the Angel Encourager, I really encourage you to do so. That's where I'll keep you updated on everything. My website's actually being rebuilt right now to make it much nicer because my website's terrible. But we're fixing that right now. I have lots of new programs and lots of new cool, exciting things coming out. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, this is a general pool for those who are having job difficulties. All right, so the first one is the spread your wings card. And this is so much about you not being afraid anymore. It's about you realizing that the angels have got you. They've got you. You can call forth anything that you want. You can call it forth if you have that belief and that expectation and that knowing, and you walk in faith. That's what they want you to know. That it's time for you to spread your wings. The time of victimhood is over. The time of martyrdom is over. It is time to step into your victorious self. Now is the time for you to do it. Now. There is never going to be a better time than now. And anytime you do anything, it's always going to be now. Whether it's now, or now, or now. You want me to snap again? I'll do it. So, right now is the time for you to spread your wings. Time for you to just like go for it. It's time to do it. All right. The second card is the healthy lifestyle card. So this is so much about you taking care of your bodily system. It's about you changing your everything to where it's the most healthiest, whether it's the thoughts in your mind, it's the food you take in, it's the exercise that you get, it's the honor that you give to this wonderful vessel that we call this body that holds our spirit. It's truly a divine vessel that we've been given to hold our spirit. It's about self-care rituals are essential. Yes, girl, and you know my girl, Adriana, that's right. I love that. I love that so much. So it's about you taking care of this vessel, but also taking care of your mind as well, because what you do in your mind is so affecting. You know, it's so interesting. It's almost time for me to get my driver's license renewed, and somebody looked at my old license, which is, I guess, probably, I don't know, how old is it, 6 years old? I forget how long we renew our license. And everybody commented on how I looked like 8 years older 6 years ago than I look today. And it's because the thoughts that I have in my mind and the food that I'm intaking in my body and the exercise that I'm getting is really honoring this vessel that I'm in. And it just affects everything. It affects your walk in life. So the healthy lifestyle is the second card. The third card for you is the Remember Who You Are card. What this is telling you, it's telling you to remember that you can call forth anything you want. We are at the leading edge of expansion right now. That's who we are. We simply expand the universe simply by our being. And it's not up to our effort. It's not up to our pushing. It's up to our just believing, calling forth, and walking into that inspired action and going with the flow. Life is meant to be easy. Why would God create this gorgeous planet to be on with so many wonderful things for us to look at and enjoy if we weren't going to have the time to enjoy them? That wouldn't make any sense. So we have this paradigm in the the Western culture that it's all about working 90 hours a week, and I've totally stepped into that. I'm actually still trying to step out of it myself right now because I'm such an overworker, but it's because I just love everything I do. But it's about remembering who you are, calling forth who you are, proclaiming it, saying this is who I am, and this is who I am in this moment, and this is how it shall be, and stepping into that and knowing it. The final card, really interesting, the final card is the career transition card. So I see so much about if you take advantage of these things, spreading your wings, healthy lifestyle, remembering who you are. Now, career transition does not necessarily mean you're going to get a new job. It means that something about your career is going to change in such a way that is to your better good. That means it could be the same job, but it could change in such a way to where you see it in a different way and perhaps get some new responsibilities. Maybe you get some new money or something like that, or some new privileges, who knows, or it could mean a completely different type of job. It could mean that you start your own business. So it's so much about you just releasing, letting go, remembering who you are, calling it forth, taking care of yourself, going for it, knowing that, and a lot of times this is something really interesting that I find. I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and they'll have like a corporate job, and then they'll also have their own side business that they're running. And so many times we find that the side business that they're running can actually be incorporated into their corporate job. They so think that they have to quit this corporate job and become this person over here in order for them to find true happiness. But what they find is as they work this second business over here on the side, it's developing skills and talents in them that they can actually take and translate into their regular corporate jobs, and redefine who they are, redefine what their jobs are. Because the interesting thing about the job market nowadays is it's not keeping up with who we are. We still have this very industrial mindset where we're cogs in a wheel, and that's not at all who we are. So many things are being taken care of, by robots and by different processes in our computers to where we're really having to really step into this role where we're all becoming creatives. And so the job market has not kept up with this, and all jobs are in this form of transition and flow and becoming something new. And that's completely something that you can have your hands in that clay and that mix of what is my job really and what can it become, so you can so totally change that. So I hope that's been helpful to those out there that have been asking about that. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. I just love you. For angels tonight, who's guiding me? I'm getting for you, Archangel Jophiel is guiding you right now. She's the Archangel of Beauty. She finds beauty in order. She's also known as the Feng Shui Archangel. She's very much about decluttering. She's very much about you reorganizing your mind space, your home space, your office space, your car space, all of your spaces in such a way to where they're about form, function, and beauty. So in other words, it's like you make these piles of do I actually use this or do I find beauty in it? And it has to have one of those two things in order for you to keep it. And so many times in life, either physically or just mentally, we're like walking over things that we don't realize are like holding us back in our path. We're actually like, it's almost like I see like a hallway where we have all these piles of things that we're actually like walking over, like we don't even notice them anymore. And it's so much about taking that right there and realizing that you need to clear that path and make it easier for yourself. So that's who I get for you, is Archangel Jophiel guiding you right now. And she wants you to declutter your mind. She wants you to declutter your spaces, including your home and your office and everything else. I actually do mediumship readings. I absolutely do. If you want to, the message is there. Oops. I love that. If you contact me on the Angel Encourager on Facebook.com, there's actually, I believe, a link there to my website, which is Cossaboon.com, which is actually terrible, but I'm getting it redone. But you can actually sign up for a reading there. I do regular card readings. I also do what I would call like I really don't even know what to call it, but it's a fairly intensive reading. It can take anywhere. I've had them take an hour. Had them take 2 hours. It's about just clearing the whole body, mind, spirit, and I never know what I'm going to do in a reading. It's really interesting. Clients will come to me. They're like, can you clear dark energy from my house? I'm like, I don't know, let's give it a shot. I'm like, can you help me with my dog? I don't know, let's give it a shot. I just know that whatever is brought to me from my clients is what I'm being called to do, and they would not come to me if the angels did not have a way to work through me to get that done. So absolutely, I do mediumship readings. Oh, thank you so much, Mathene. You're so sweet. Other things so would love some advice. Agoraphobia, that's where you don't want to go outside, is that right? And anxiety, well, that is so, it's so much about the monkey mind and keeping yourself safe and protected. So I so feel for you, Archangel Michael, coming forth. Archangel Michael is the Archangel of protection. He's also the Archangel that takes care of what I would say would be like the little guy, or the underdog. And I so get that from you. I so get from you that you're scared to walk out. Oh, good night, sweetheart. It's so much about you being afraid to walk out into those open spaces because you feel vulnerable. You feel like you're going to be attacked or something like that. You feel like there's forces that are just watching and waiting for you to be in a susceptible moment. So it's so much about calling forth that spirit of Archangel Michael, who's there, who's your protector, who will take care of you, who will help you to have that sense of security, in every single moment. Would you like for us to do perhaps an intention circle for you? Or, there's a number of things that we can actually do for you. I just really feel for you, Archangel Michael, coming forward, wanting you to feel safe, wanting you to feel protected. I also, whoever's looking on their own business, I help whoever is looking on their own business. Okay, so you do business coaching? Which I think is best, please. Okay, alrighty, so let's do an intention circle. I can literally feel your hands in my hands. Wonderful. So we know that as two or more come together with the same knowing, the same belief, the same expectation, it is so. So we call forth heavenly energies from God, Spirit, Jesus, whoever we call forth, the archangels, to help this lady with the I hope I say it right, agoraphobia and her anxiety issues. We are told in the Bible that we are not given the spirit of fear. We're told that that is not something that we are given. And it's interesting how many times we are so told to fear things. But anxiety is part of fear. We ask that that anxiety slowly clears, for her to not expect it to happen instantly, but for her to celebrate every moment as she feels less anxious and steps more and more into joy. And for her to take those small steps that are required for her to get back into life, for her to find out what life truly is all about, and for her to celebrate all of those small steps. And we are seeing and knowing she's doing this as we are coming together as two or more with the same belief and the same knowing. And it is so. And it is done. So my darling, it's so much about you celebrating those small moments, because so many times, we're heading so fast down one direction and we want to instantly turn around the other direction. Well, think of it as like a train. You have a train is going 90 miles in one direction and you immediately switch to another train. It's just going to derail. It's not going to be really great for the occupants. It's so much about slowing that train and then easily turning it around, getting in the other direction, and then speeding back up the other way. So what I'm saying that to you is what I'm saying is that I want you to celebrate the small victories that you make in every single moment. Oh, that's okay. I hope I have not offended you in any way. I did not mean to say one thing or the other, but it's so much about you just stepping into that and taking those victories that you can, because I can see that you've already done some things that have made you really walk into that, step into that walk that you're wanting to go, but I don't see you taking the celebrations of it. So it's about you feeling a little bit less stressful in each moment. It's about you breathing more. It's about you doing things that make you more joyful in every moment, whatever that is. Taking those moments and celebrating those moments and being like, in this moment, I don't feel as anxious. And that's what it's really about, because as you do that, as you prove to yourself that you can reach those higher vibrations, that you can feel better, you're going to start expecting that. And when you get to that expectation level, it's almost like climbing up onto a little bit of a ledge, and resting there for a moment till you get yourself acclimated, and then stepping up to the next ledge. So don't be thinking of it as like, tomorrow I've got to be, out there, I've got to have my own TV show tomorrow or something like that. It's like, it's not about that. It's about you just taking those victories, the ones that you maybe would call small, which are not small, because we're the ones that give meaning to everything. The angels don't, the button is the same as a castle to them. So it's whatever we give meaning to is small or large. To me, it's a large victory. I want you to celebrate those things. If you want to contact me on the Angel Encourager on Facebook and talk to me more about that, I would absolutely love, to talk to you more about that. If there's anything I can do to help you, that's what I'm here for. That's what I love doing. I just want to express how, yes, we are absolutely holding your hand. We've done that intention circle for you. But so much about, as you combine your energies with me, I can feel that, and it just brings through more flow from the angels, and I love that. Yes, breathe. Mathena's always having to tell me to breathe, because I'm always like getting kind of hyper, aren't I, Mathena? I just love you, my darling. It's getting kind of late at night, but is there any other question or anything, or would anybody like me to do a card reading for them, perhaps? Maybe just a few more minutes. I love you, my darling. If anybody else has any questions or anything, because Pete probably needs to go home and go to bed, because we've got to get up tomorrow and spread some more love. Good. So how about that? How about we're going to intend for everybody to get peaceful sleep tonight? How about that? I want you to all rest and know that as you call forth what you want and you step into that space where it's not about your effort and your action, it's about your stepping into joy, taking the inspired action and walking in faith that it is so. So anybody will join hands with me, two or more join hands together with the same knowing, same expectation. I'm calling forth that everyone here tonight, as they lay their head on their pillow, their last thought is a thought of joy, a thought of peace, a thought of tranquility. And that when they wake up in the morning, they remember to make joy the first thing they think of. Let joy be the first thing that comes into their mind, the way they start their day, so that they can have a beautiful day filled with joy and peace and tranquility, and be looking for those little pieces of joy and peace and tranquility through the entire day, looking through the muck and the mire of things that people throw at us, and looking for those little nuggets of gold that inspire us and call us forth. And it is so. And it is done. All right. My love to you all, my darlings. Thank you so much for connecting with me. You please contact me at the Angel Encourager on Facebook. You can join my newsletter there, and you can absolutely just, oh, great. I love it. And you can message me there. I do contact you back. You've had so many on here that have told you that I do it, and I do. If I promise you I will, I will. So I'm hoping to speak to all you, my lovelies. I want you to know that there's great love from me to you, and there's so much love from the angels to you that I can't even express. I just hope that you can feel it, because it is the truth. So, love, peace, release.